In this video, I want to be going over Intel's XeSS that was announced quite recently. I'm going to explain what it is and its competitors. Let's begin. First of all, lately there was the Intel Architecture Day that you can see here. And in that Architecture Day, if you go down in the blog post they posted on their website, you can see at the bottom there's the Intel XeSS, as you can see it says here. Okay, and they showed the demo of how it works. The whole point of this Intel XeSS is to compete with the other companies that are making graphics cards, because now with Nvidia's new graphics cards, they want to also compete with Nvidia's dlss and AMD's Flexity FX Super Resolution, and to compete with those, they had to make their own idea and thing that they wanted to use, and that was the XeSS. Okay, as if we see the NVIDIA DLSS, it works very well. What it does super sampling, as it will take something at a lower resolution and put it at a higher resolution, give it more FPS and stuff like that. Also, the same thing works for the AMD version. As if we can see down here, we can see that, let's say if you do with different graphics cards, how much FPS you can get, how much FPS you get without the AMD solution. And that's basically Nvidia's solution. As you can see here, they have their solution, how it works. You can go and see it on the website. Okay, and you can see that the Nvidia DLSS, so there's a few people that use it and it's supported by a whole bunch of games. So you can see, if you want, you can play the demo on their website. But back to what Intel announced. Intel announced the Intel XeSS demo, and in their demo they showed the 4K. They showed in 4K super sampling and a whole bunch of stuff that, if we want, we can go to the video on YouTube that they showed, and you can see here the native 4K and the XeSS 4K. And you can choose for yourself what looks better, what's a higher resolution. Here, they taking the 1080p and upscaling it to 4K. But the thing is, how do you get more FPS but a higher resolution? What they do is, they actually capture a lower resolution and then upscale it to 4K. And with a bit of AI and clever learning, they manage to make it with more details and stuff like that. And that's how they make it so much better. Okay? As that's basically the Intel solution to answer for stuff like DLSS by NVIDIA. And as you can see here, you can see the native 4K, XE 4K, and if we stop here, you can see that there's the native 4K, you can see the XeSS 4K, and the 1080p. And you can see that the XeSS 4K is actually, in some stuff, better than the native 4K, and sometimes the native 4K may have a bit more detail in other stuff. To do what type of object? If you look at the letters here on the sign, and in the XeSS, it looks a bit more blurry. In the native 4K, it looks less blurry. But if you look at the pipe in the XeSS, it may look a bit less blurry, as it's a bit to do with exactly what the problem is and what exactly is going on in the scene. That you can choose what is better. But normally, if you're gonna just use the XeSS, if we go by this demo, it looks like it's going to be really good, and it may compete very well with Nvidia and AMD's solutions. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified when I have more new videos coming out.